I saw my intro, but needs one. Hey Rudy, this is obviously Sprocket here. And we're back in the Nipton Town Hall in Fallout New Vegas Randomizer. Let's see what we're up against. I'm assuming, yep, that's some robots. To get a giant mantis though, I gotta kill first. This is an exciting start. If you remember last time, ow. Need Lincoln's Diary. If you remember last time, this isn't, totally outlandish, having to face all these things. We traveled through the Nipton ambush, dealt with some pretty dangerous guys. I think we got him. Is Mr. House not technically a robot? He may not be. Oh, and I'm dead. Okay, this might take a moment. I think I was just turned to goo. So I felt pretty confident coming in here, but apparently that was completely unwarranted. Uh-oh. Rifle. Pulse. Gotcha. My torso and leg are crippled, that's good. Pull up the plasmas. Didn't do much to the red scorpion. That's better. Got him. Okay. I think we just barely made it through that. Ooh, combat armor. That's interesting. Now we want to be careful now that we've barely survived this. There are mines around here. Mines that can be pretty dangerous if you don't know where they are. See, like, I thought there was a mine there, but... Marksman carbine. Yeah, so if you remember from the last episode, geez, we did a whole lot of stuff. We went and traveled to Nipton here, and while we started some of the quests, I realized there was some more valuable things that I wanted to get here. Also, I just got another pushy, which is, of course, the power fist that's been carrying us this entire time. And also there's loads of loot here, but, I don't have enough carry capacity for it all. Let's check the bodies in case they had anything good. No, I don't think Mr. House ever drops anything useful, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, we killed that mantis too, didn't we? I must have set off all the mines with my grenade launcher. Got a box of 10mm casings, that's useful. Gecko back leather armor, that's pretty valuable. Nuka breaker. Take all this stuff in case I can find some use for it. I'm not going to be able to find use for it on my... You had a flamer on you. I'll take the Tacoma Park hat. And the red scorpion was shooting max charge microfusion cells. That's fair. And I will take the coyote steak. Because food. I need as much healing stuff as I can get my hands on. Unfortunately though, it looks like there's still no beds in here. I could have sworn there were beds up here. So I'm going to drop some things. And luckily we're actually at a good point because, from what I recall, there are no other hostiles in this whole area. We took out the last of them. Might as well upgrade that combat armor. That's looking pretty good now. DT of 4 and perception +1. Oh, it's the same actually as my recon helmet. Did not realize that. And then 2 pushies. Keep the other one as a spare. Never know. Man, I hate it when I'm out of carry capacity. I want to carry all these things, but... Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. Oh, excuse me. That was terrible. Ugh. Whoops. Didn't mean to sit here. Let's go upstairs. And then up there, I'll be able to better sort through all my things. And by that I, of course, mean I'll have found so many things that I'll have to think even harder. Even harder about what I want to keep and what I want to drop. But what I am going to do is let's leave a couple of things in this. There we go. I'll remember they're in the sarsaparilla machine. Probably. Ooh. Speaking of sarsaparilla, let's drink that sunset. Because I would like to be able to do Legend of the Star. And while I'll eventually be able to do it, it's just going to take a while with the randomizer. Like I said when I started the series, I want to try and do every quest that I can in this randomizer. Even though some of them are terribly broken by it. And others are rendered basically useless. Take all the pencils, because you never know when you'll need pencils. I should mention too while I'm at it that I have not added any new mods. We're using the same mod list as last time. And even though I said I was going to try and install some anti-crash stuff to try and help us out a little bit, I didn't do that either. So it's basically the exact same game state as last time. So yeah. That's the state of things right now. Alright. Into the mayor's office. Unfortunately, we can't get into this room yet. But, luckily for us, we don't exactly need to for the most valuable things around here. We of course have a big book of science, very helpful. That will increase our science by 4 points, which is pretty nice, all things considered. Yeah, 4 points up brings us up to 39 science, because our science was for some reason massively increased by our level ups. So with my broken legs, I'm going to limp outside, and I'll see you guys in just a bit. And I'll try and take some of this armor if I can. Unfortunately, the whole reason I came here was to get a sensor module, and I think the only one that I can think of is in the mayor's back room. So I'm going to have to make my way back through the building here. Unsuccessful. But then again, sort of successful. So that's good. Okay, so I just finished doing my cleaning up around in the Nipton Town Hall, dropped off some stuff, and I remembered there definitely is some useful stuff in the houses around Novak. A sensor module, which I've been looking for. There is one in this building, if I recall. I'm pretty sure it's this one. I'm just going to check this door, because I'm pretty sure this must be a mod that adds this house. This house doesn't look familiar. But I could be making that up. But I'm pretty sure because I remember the Brahmin skull. If I sneak in here... Ah! I was prepared for a gutsy. We have a Brahmin because, of course, the randomizer. Yeah, this is like the weird, crazy roboticist guy's house. He's got some gutsies, but they're cows now, so not to worry. Cow had a lad's life. And if I recall, he's supposed to have some sensor modules around. Let's see. Wonder glue, cigarettes, conductor. Where is it? And the game crashed. Did my computer crash? Can't tell if everything crashed or if it's just the game. I think it's just the game, in which case I'll see you guys in just a moment. Alright, dealing with the cow again. No problem whatsoever. And then yeah, so what I was saying before is that they do have a couple of weapons around. Leather armor I can use to repair the stuff that I grabbed earlier. Single shotgun is worthless. I did not know that 9mm submachine gun was there. That's useful. This workbench. Control collar, Lincoln's diary. Metal cooking pot, and this one. Pack of cigarettes. Maybe not, unfortunately. I could have sworn that there was at least one sensor module in here. I'll take that whiskey. Never know it's going to be useful. You had knock knock. That makes 2 knock knocks. And you actually had your Legion armor. That's part of the RobCo Certified mod, which we may see. But considering how random it is for me to get certain perks and certain skills required for those perks, no promises. So unfortunately, yeah, I must have gotten wrong with that. I could have sworn there was sensor modules in here, but apparently not. So instead, step outside, and this gutsy out here should be replaced with something. Hopefully, it too is like a Brahmin or something simple I can deal with. Or, it's supposed to spawn. Maybe it didn't on this occasion. Weird, okay. Huh, usually the second one shows up and wrecks your day, but apparently not. Instead, I'm going to be placing a marker for, like, here, and going to Good Spring Source, which could be surrounded in geckos, and oh god, why did I go to Good Spring Source? Nothing good ever happens at Good Spring Source. Not in the randomizer, at least. Yep. What's on the map today? Whatever hostiles are up there have respawned, but hopefully we can avoid them. But yeah, I totally forgot to go this way. Oh good, a venomous tunneler. That's good to see. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill you quick if I can. Perfect. Tunnelers can be an absolute pain. And considering how much Dust I've played, which is another mod for New Vegas, that I may at some point add to this horrible mess and make things completely broken, I've been trained to fear tunnelers. Because they were everywhere in that mod. But yeah, so all I'm doing is kind of sneaking around here, hoping I don't get attacked by any, you know, random deathclaws again. But a spore carrier I can take out. Yeah. That's the thing, is that Pushy, for the most part, is pretty good at killing things. Which is pretty helpful. But right over here, around this corner, we have, once it comes into sight, yeah, Lone Wolf Radio, which is just a little trailer sitting next to Good Springs in the middle of nowhere. There's no real story as to what this place is for. I think there's a little bit of a hint that Ulysses hung out here once. But there's so many places that are like, this is where Ulysses was, that who knows. But this place is often forgotten about, which is a shame because it is good loot. Fission batteries, which is not all that good loot. They're very heavy. Everyone is gone. Let it all end. But a Wasteland Survival Guide, some scrap electronics. Some caps. No star caps, unfortunately. But yes, 2 sensor modules, which is perfect and exactly what we need. +1 for something over in Prim. Oh god, this means I have to go back to Prim. See you guys in a second when I attempt that. Okay, looks like in Prim it's not take your nuke launcher to work day, which is good. That's very good. Let's write that commando armor. Just gonna sneak into the Nash residence. And we still have nightmarish damaged robot. But this time, if I press examine, try to fix it with repair, repair it with parts, 3 pieces of scrap metal, 2 sensor modules, and some scrap electronics. Most of this, except for the other sensor module, I've been carrying around for a while. Let's fix Eddie. And I wonder if he'll stay as a tunneler. No, he's now an ant. Which is kind of terrifying. Makes beeping sounds. We have Eddie with us. Now, normally, Eddie is a pretty good companion. He's ranged, he'll warn you when, there's danger afoot. He increases our perception regardless, because that's Eddie's perk. Which is why I normally dump perception. Because I like to take Eddie. And perception is basically useless when you got a robot to detect everything for you. Or in this case, an ant. But none of that matters today, because today Eddie's living his best life as an ant. I could have done the skill check. No, I couldn't have. Liberator, it was this other cabinet that had something good. Yeah, Joshua Graham's armor. We'll be taking that. Because I think at some point that will be useful. No. Eddie, as a giant ant, he's probably not going to be the most helpful companion ever. I also don't know if he's still invincible as an ant. Hilariously like Eddie, though, he still runs off into the distance to go do something. Which is something companions in this game will just do sometimes. Not sure why, but leave it to them, I suppose. And let's use my Wasteland Survival Guide. Brings my survival up by 4, which is very nice. Bring that to a 29. And see if the dumpsters have any more treasure for me. No, unfortunately. And Lady is still dead. Big sad. I could go and clear the convicts out of the 2nd floor of the Bison Steve, but that kind of sounds like a terrible idea, because there will probably be a whole lot of them. I'll do it at some point. But I think I'm going to drop my stuff off and then see you guys back in Nipton, probably. And we're going to head down this road. So see you guys then. Quick update. So I just realized that I did actually get not educated, but comprehension. Which means I totally could have just done the skill check because I have the Programmer's Digest and the Follower's Lab Coat. So I could have done the skill check to fix Eddie at any time. So that's good. But yeah, so great. I feel really smart about that one. And did I drop off? I should have made sure I dropped off all my things first. I didn't. Okay. And we're back here. Now, why is there a blind Deathclaw there? That's a full-size freaking Deathclaw. And a Sentry Bot. What happened to Good Springs? Why are all these bad things here? Well, we've dealt with them. We've certainly dealt with the Deathclaw before. Let's give him a surprise. Hello, Mr. Deathclaw. That cripple a limb? Nope. Okay, but we have Eddie to tank for us. So it'll be fine. Good job, Eddie. Ow. Get him, Eddie. Eddie is already unconscious. That's a good sign. Ooh, Deathclaw down. Ah, a tunneler! Come on. I have Pushy on my side. We got a challenge for that. That's nice. Not sure why all these evil things are just showing up outside of Goodsprings, though. It's not a good sign. Also, as unsurprisingly, Ant Eddie is not as strong as Robot Eddie. Who would have known? Human remains in a lunchbox. That's a fun Fallout story for you. I gotta reach this Sentry Bot without dying. That's gonna be fun. Could tackle him. Apparently he has another evil friend next to him. I don't know why Goodsprings decided to invite all the evil stuff today. Gotcha. Took him down. That's very good. Yeah, apparently Goodsprings is just threatened on all sides by random monstrosities. How are the citizens not dead? What added this? Is increased wasteland spawns really messing with things? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, saving Goodsprings might be an issue. An issue I didn't expect to have to deal with. Well, I feel like it's a pretty good starter to go for the missile launcher against the Deathclaw. I gotta cripple a leg this time, though, if I want to actually do damage. Don't know how I didn't manage to do that last time. Also, I wonder if this mod fixes blind Deathclaws being anything but blind. Because back in the day, in the regular version, blind Deathclaws are more perceptive than regular Deathclaws. Which is good. Didn't cripple his leg. 2 missiles, both high explosive. No leg crippling. Who is shooting at me? Ah. The bloatfly, of course it is. And Deathclaw's about to hit me in the side of the face. Excuse me. You okay there, buddy? Take Pushy. Please stop shooting at me. What are you even shooting? Ow. Gotta love the randomizer. Ow! That's a high caliber bullet. Good to see Eddie the Ant is still around. Yeah, I got a feeling Eddie the Ant is not going to be a helpful ally. Something tells me. Tunneler Eddie. Now that was exciting, but Ant Eddie, not as strong. Yeah, I knew he'd turn around. Coming in from this angle. Yeah, Eddie goes down to like any amount of damage whatsoever, which isn't really like him, to be totally honest. Usually Eddie can take at least like 3 hits or so, which may sound like a weird number, but yeah, that sounds about right. You, on the other hand, I have no idea how we're gonna deal with you. These Zion Mantises are nightmarish. Got him, Eddie. Ah, you went down to a single hit. I can't take many more from these things, so can't really blame you, I suppose, but still. I see you. Oh, you teleported! Ow! You teleported and did half my health. Just gonna ignore this. It's part of RobCo Certified as well. I can't do anything with it. So, with the defense of Goodsprings done, I suppose. That's great. We have Eddie on our side. I think it's time to take on a couple of quests that we've left hanging a little bit. Let's come talk to this fine gentleman over here. This cool gentleman who I'm sure will have a lot of nice things to say.
What the fuck are you looking at? Never seen it go before.
He's British as well, which is something you'll come to see a lot of with New Vegas mods. A lot of unexplained British people in the wasteland.
Why the fuck should I tell you anything? Get out of my face.
Heard you're looking for a man named Diego.
Okay, I'm listening. You know where he is?
You can say yes and I'll tell you for the right price, or but he's under my protection. Let's protect him.
You think I'm fucking scared of you? I'm gonna rip you apart.
That's rude. Also, dealt with him pretty easily, but that's the thing about Abbott. It's not just killing Abbott that's the issue. It's all of his friends. Abbott has a lot of friends. But I have a plan. A good plan, too. Hi, Easy Pete. Yeah, Easy Pete's actually dressed pretty snazzily today. Let's see, Trudy's got some combat armor, and Sunny's cracking out the power armor. And there's a nightmare. Don't know where Cheyenne is. Cheyenne might be dead. Or some sort of terrifying speed demon. Also, Mr. Handy's alive over here. Guess we'll sort that out. And there's something else alive over here. Things respawning this close to Goodsprings is never a good sign. Who else is around here, mister? Oh, a gecko. That's no problem. Super mutant! Okay, that's a bit more than I was expecting. Let's try this again. Does that move along the quest? Yes, it does. Now, if there's a super mutant over at the schoolhouse, that could be a problem. Because I'd prefer if Goodsprings wasn't under constant threat of being invaded by a super mutant and his robot buddy and his gecko friend, who happen to be their neighbors. And that blowfly, which is probably shooting like missiles or something. Alright, Eddie, I have a plan. You flank around the right side and take out the... screw it. I'll just charge in with a fist. It usually works. It actually very rarely works. Oh, he does have rockets! That's good. You're armed with holy hand grenades, aren't you? That's how you're doing so much damage. That's red glare missile rockets. Keep him pinned, Eddie. Eddie? Ow. Yeah, I'd say mutated insects fits the bill for whatever that thing was. Oh good, we leveled up. That's good. Okay, how do I do this again?